I really wanted to ask, but I could see that he must have won from himself. If there had been a psychiatrist, then the person would have said, oh, he has bipolar, or he is a schizophrenic, because he has split himself into two. And he is playing with himself. And he is happy when he has won. And another time he gave a big sigh. I could understand he has lost from himself. People have unhappiness, they are stressed out. Then people have everything in their home, possibly what a money can buy, and yet they are in a stress. They have a very good family, but they still feel stress. When they have too much money, they have stress. When they have no money, they have stress. When they have children, they have stress. When they have no children, they have stress. When they are not married, stress. When they are married, stress. When they are in the US, so much stress. Let's go India to de-stress. They go India, no electricity, so much stress. They come back, US will be fine. But didn't you left US to have good time? So people keep on changing the places. People keep on changing wives sometimes. Yeah, that's why the divorce is happening. Sometimes women are changing husbands too. They say, no, I cannot live with you. I'm not happy. Why? Why she is not happy? Why he is not happy? Because the mind is demanding. You know, a husband might be demanding an Aishwarya Rai, but what he gets is a big fatso. Or too skinny. You know, if you want to be unhappy, you will create a reason to be unhappy. And woman was dreaming for a hunk and a handsome man with thick wallet. But what she got was a big stomach, a paunch, and just few hairs on the head. In 30s, young boys are losing their hair. There is some sitting in front. Even now, hair is gone. Do you know why? Hair is gone because of too much of stress. In Ayurveda, we call it a pitta aggravation. When too much pitta aggravation happens, when there is too much of anger, when there is too much of sleepless nights, the first thing which will be damaged is going to be your hair, second would be your skin. And that's why women have the dark eye circles. And women have freckles. And women have hormonal issues. And there is then trouble which begins to brew in the body, but actually it started from the mind. Stress doesn't happen in the body, stress happens in mind. You never say, my hand is very stressed today, or my foot is stressed, or my nose is stressed. You can lie a whole day, you still don't grow nose like Pinocchio. So your nose is never stressed. Lips are never stressed. What is stress? Your mind. And mind can create hundreds of reasons to be. And sometimes when there is nothing to worry, then they worry, how come I have no worry? Everybody say I have something to worry. I am recalling a woman went to a surgeon, her family doctor, and she says, can you please do a surgery onto me? I said, what's that question? Why should I do a surgery onto you? She said, well, in my kitty party, all the ladies have got some or another surgery done. A knee replacement or a tonsillitis or this or that. Please do some, sir. I have nothing to say. I can't get sympathy. Nobody gives attention to me. Everybody has a sad story. I have no sad story. Doctor said, but I cannot do just any surgery onto you. She said, but why not? If nothing else, then I believe you can take my appendix out. I can lose that. Then people will pay attention onto me. We are so craving for attention. And we are so craving for some kind of, the ego wishes to have a trip. I am important. I have a place. I have a position. So you're stressing out, working out physically more because your mind is wanting something. That something can be anything. So your mind is seeking and seeking and seeking and seeking, hence the body is working. And people, I have heard, are doing 3 jobs here, sometimes 2 jobs. Some say, I don't do 2, 3 jobs, I have a big business. So I am 18 hours in my office, I have a change of clothes there and a bathroom there. I asked, what about wife? He said, who cares? She comes, cooks my food, sometimes sends me. And then I can do hello, hi on Skype. For what is the use of Skype? Let the children be there wherever they want to be. Let the wife be wherever she wants to be. So she is busy with her friends, goes to Vegas, goes to her own fun trips, goes to cruises. And I am very busy in my work and I have given her too many credit cards and she is very happy with that. I said, okay. Then she should have married a credit card. Why did she marry you? And he said, maybe for my credit cards only. A mind which is filled with too much stress, this mind will now create some damages into the body. And there is a deep relation in between your mind and body. Now, body is visible, mind is not. You have never seen your own mind. Have you? Nobody has seen their mind. So if somebody expects you, mind your own business, then you can say, I have never seen my mind, so I cannot mind my mind. And because I cannot mind my mind, I am going to mind your mind. So I am going to object about what you do and what you say and what you wear, and I'll have an opinion about everything and condemn you for doing everything. One obsession which the modern man is having is that we are too obsessed with others. What others are doing. What are they wearing? What are they eating? Where are they going? What are they doing even on their phone? Say if 10 people are playing Pokemon, they want to play Pokemon. Last time when I was in US, I was so surprised people are walking with their phone like this and they're just walking and walking. I said, what's happening? I was in the park. They said they're looking for that Pokemon. I said they should have been looking for their own mind first. But we are not looking for our mind, but we are looking for an imaginary game character. How much time we have to waste? And then these very same people say, I cannot meditate, I have no time to meditate, but they have time to play Pokemon. They don't know what to do with their own time. And the biggest punishment for anybody is to be in a house and be alone. Be in an apartment and be alone. Say just for a moment your mobile phone is taken away, your cable is cut, your internet is now nowhere, and you are just left with yourself. How would you like to be? That would be like a jail, a solitary confinement. We are running away from our own mind. We don't want to deal with our own mind issues. That is why we want to deal in the cards and play with it. We want to deal with shopping and play with it. We want to go to window shopping. If not, you don't have money, you'll still go for window shopping. Why? Because we don't want to deal with our own mind. And mind is in deep grief and misery and pain. And somehow nobody else is harming you, but it is your own loved ones who harm you sometimes. Because we give so much attention and importance to others, so what others say to us bothers us so much. Even a single small word can offend you so big that your blood pressure will be shooting up, or you can go into depression. Just one single word is enough. That is enough. And that is what I call the power of mind. A mind which is in stress, a mind which is in distress, a mind which is in too much of desires, a mind which is expecting too much from others, this mind will create a disease. The disease is called stress. In a way, I would say stress isn't an external thing which comes from outside in your system. Stress is something which you create with great excellence. And you have beautiful stress in you. And if there could be an Olympics, who is stressed more? Everybody would be victorious, would be winning an award. So people want to deal with stress, and that way is by not accepting that they have stress. Denial is the one way. No, I don't have any stress. Why would I have stress? I have family, I have money, I have car, I have house. Why would I be stressed? No, I don't have any stress. Denial is the first way, the way with which people won't even accept they have it. And now, if you don't even accept a problem, how will you deal with the problem? If you are in a denial, say somebody has a cancer, and if you deny that you have a cancer, how will you get treatment of the cancer? So the first step is in this line, by accepting that yes, I have stress. But well, again, because we so love to speak lies, hence I know many people over here would still say that no, I don't have it. I can give you just few examples. So you check on your own, and maybe you can say yes. Yeah? And if the answer is yes. And you can say no if the answer is no. Okay. Do you get frequent headaches? Do you get irritated easily? Yeah, good. Do you get engrossed in compulsive and uncontrolled thinking? Uncontrolled thinking. Does that happen? Please respond. Otherwise, I would feel you are sleeping. Okay, do you, if you're say sitting in a waiting room or in a bus or something, do you have a habit of biting your own nails or tapping your feet or scratching your head if a challenge comes to you? Good. Do you talk compulsively? Big liars. Okay, if anybody objects to you for anything, do you have an attitude, as in we say in Punjabi, tennu ki? Yes or no? Yes. There you go. So if you have said yes 60%, then I proclaim you have stress. Yeah, that is the thing. That we don't need to hide it. We don't need to hide it. Because if you will hide your own stress, then you are closing the doors to yourself. Now what happens is that if you have stress, then it takes a toll on your body. Let's talk about the body. First toll is, if the stress has element of depression into it, and greed into it. Now see, I am making a potpurri for you. I am making a dish now for you. There is a stress, but there is some depression or sadness into it, or there is a greed into it. Then it will have an expression in your body in form of constipation. Now I ask, how many of you have constipation? Now you might wonder that we came here to learn about stress and mind, and she's talking about our bowel movement. Constipated or diarrhea? If the undercurrent is of anger, then the expression would be in form of diarrhea, IBS, nausea, dizziness, Stress can have an expression in form of chest pain, in form of rapid heartbeat, palpitations. It will have an effect upon your eating patterns. If you are stressed, either you will not eat anything. Again, if the portion has a depression into it, then you won't like to eat anything. You then just like to be alone, left alone. Don't disturb, want to sleep, even in daytime. If the portion of anger is in your stress, then you'll be eating too much. If there is the sadness, and that sadness gives a feeling of an emptiness, that gives a false hunger pangs. So you will be eating again and again, and you still feel not satiated, not full. And sometimes that is when you are feeling a nausea or a dizziness, and when you are feeling a little off, that is when people tend to move towards alcohol or drugs or cigarettes. The emotional impact of stress is this, that it gives you moodiness. Now you will say, who is not moody? Especially for women, they are blamed for being too moody. Even if she's not having a PMS, if she's not, talking nicely, or she's a bit irritated, even the staffers sometimes say, are you having a PMS? Otherwise, why should you behave like that? The premenstrual syndrome. The truth is this, if you have stress, you will be moody, you will be irritable, you will have short temper. See, we are trying to analyze everything